Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Crypto Flight Edition. Your fellow compadre speaking. Today we're going to go over the Dash currency or crypto, whatever you want to refer to it as. I think I've discovered something here that's worth sharing, so be sure to stick around to the end as we go over this and more if you are invested. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the charts here, shall we? Okay, so today's September the 29th, 2020. The current price, or Satoshi value rather, of Dash is going to be 0.006311. Okay, so these are the monthly candles you're looking at. I've been following this for quite some time, and I've noticed that there is a very bullish candle in this chart that's in front of us here. This is from Binance here, by the way. And again, monthly candles. Now, there's bullish and bearish information that I'm seeing in the charts here. I guess let's just basically go over the bearish case scenario very briefly here. So it's pretty, if it isn't obvious enough, if you can see this descending green line on the chart here, this basically represents resistance from the monthly candles. Well, actually from a 3 month, but let's just stick to the monthly since we're on the monthly candles here. Dash has been having quite a difficult time getting above and beyond this line and staying above and beyond this green descending line. And I'll go ahead and start circling the levels here. Just notice here, back in February, well, March rather, 2018, we got a cluster of price activity around this line, of course, before breaking down in June 2018. And we stayed below this line for quite some time, as you can see here, and just kind of caught another contact here in about April 2009, and of course got rejected and continued the trend, which is down here in Dash, which is very obvious. And of course we had another touch point, a very aggressive move here in January 2020 here. A very aggressive move in a 1 month candle of about 165%. And we also caught resistance on that candle as well, as you can see. Now, if you go over to present day, we're going to zoom in here and get a microscopic look at what's going on over the past 3 to 4 months. As you can see, Dash has actually made the initiative to get above and beyond this line. Now, this is, I guess this obviously isn't bearish. Well, in this case, I think there is potentially more bearish momentum, but we'll get to that in a second here. But I wanted to point out that notice the last 3 monthly candles have successfully made its way beyond this green descending line that's been keeping the price down for some time. Now, this means one of two things for me in my book, and I could be wrong about this. Not financial advice, not your financial advisor, okay? Either the price will stay above and beyond this line and start to form some sort of sideways consolidation, maybe find some sort of dip and go lower, but of course stay above zero, and then of course make its way to the upside. That's a possibility. If we get an aggressive move over the next, let's just put a line where zero is, so that way we all can see on the chart. We're getting pretty close, actually, believe it or not. Zero is going to be somewhere here. Let's just put it exactly at zero here. Okay, so the red line represents zero. So the way that I'm looking at this is over the next, let's see, before December of this year. Is it December? Yeah. Okay, so before December of this year, if the price action is going to come down and potentially find a wick, maybe something like this gigantic wick you see here. Wow, that was a very aggressive move back in December 2017. If something like that were to take place and the price would stay, survive going to zero. I'm sorry, guys who are Dash fans. I'm just realistic about this stuff, guys. Okay. If it were to make that move down in December, it wouldn't have the opportunity to find support on this green descending line that I've been talking about here, okay? Because in December, I think it would be below zero, okay? So anytime before then, so let's just say by November, okay? If the price action comes down and finds support on this resistance line that's been keeping the price down, let's just say in November, that would be approximately 1172 sats. Okay, that would actually be a very bullish case, at least as far as what I can see on the charts here. And I would like to see more buying interest in the market, but with less aggression, if that makes sense. When I say less aggression, I basically mean, you see this little orange line down here that's kind of following. It's basically the moving average for the volume that enters the market. If we can find some sort of buying interest to enter the market and it doesn't come up to the moving average on the volume, then and only then in my book will I start to be interested in potentially knowing that the sellers are almost completely exhausted in the market. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Basically the downwards trend has come to an end. Okay, that's how I observe the charts and the markets and my understanding of this stuff. So that's what I'm looking for. But this August 2020 candle, let's just circle that here. There was too much volume in this. I am underwhelmed by the amount of volume that it's taking to hold up the markets. This leads me to believe, how I understand this stuff, I could be wrong, guys, but this means that there could potentially be more downwards pressure in this cryptocurrency Dash. Okay, the BTC Dash and BTC pairing here is what we're looking at, guys. So I'm gonna say that unfortunately there could potentially be more momentum to the downside. Let's see, the floor currently is, well, from a monthly candles bodies perspective, is gonna be approximately 5,500 sats approximately. Let's just call it 5,600 sats. That's the previous floor before the 165 move up in January 2020. So let's just wait and see what it does if it gets that low. Again, it's currently at 63.11, so it's not guaranteed it's going to get that low. But as far as what I'm seeing, I'm going to say that there's over an 80% chance that we'll see 5,500 sats on this instrument here. Let's just say over the next 30 to 60 days, if I had to guess. Okay, so but I guess let's get to the bullish case scenario and just wrap things up here. Let's just erase a couple of them. I hate so many lines on my charts here, guys. Bear with me. Hit that like button if you like the content so far. One thing that I will point out, and I think I've said this before in my, I've basically mentioned this before. Believe it or not, you see this gigantic, like I have to scroll so far out just to see the top of this wick. Can you guys see that? All the way here at 4.9 sats. That's where the top of that wick. And I'll just kind of zoom back in so you guys can see this. And I know a lot may disagree with me on this, but this is just my way of understanding. And I have a very short life span on my knowledge in this market. So, I'm very comfortable with being wrong, basically. Okay. But as far as my knowledge, this candle in October 2017, this huge monthly gigantic rejection candle, is considered a bullish candle. Okay, there's a very large wick that reaches all the way up to 4.9 sats on this instrument, and that to me represents a very bullish candle that will eventually send this Dash cryptocurrency back up to 4.9 sats at some point in the future, whether it's 2 years from now, 10 years from now. As long as it doesn't go to zero, this to me in my book is what I consider an anchor candle. Anchor candles are very powerful. The larger the wick is to the top of the candle's body, it represents a very bullish candle. And all anchor candles, let me repeat that, all anchor candles are red. Okay, we'll get into more about that as we get into the channel here, guys. But just, again, I could be wrong, but this is considered an anchor candle, and they are extremely powerful, guys. Very, very powerful. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. That's my bullish target as long as Dash stays above zero. The current or the previous floor is going to be 5,500 sats. Has a potential of reaching 4.9 sats at some point in the future. And yeah, as long as it doesn't go to zero. So that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found some informative information in this video. Leave a comment down below. Leave an appropriate thumb down below. I think I said that. So Napoleon Macro, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for my loyal subscribers, my new subscribers. And I'll be back with you guys here with another video shortly. So be sure to take care and have a good day. Take care, guys.